everyone, welcome back to another haul. So today, as you can see, it's very white. This is a winter haul and it is focusing on winter whites because that's my favourite colour for winter. And then I also just want to get you to think about wearing things, you know, like this. We're going to talk about something that you might think summery, floral prints, just to get you thinking about your winter wardrobe. So I won't do too much, but I'll just, I'll just get into it. Yeah, so basically, I think I've got a lot on my mind because I'm flying tomorrow. I get a bit nervous and I've not packed. I've got so much to do, and then here I am, like, filming a haul. So hopefully it's not too unbearable for you. So the reason why I like winter whites is because I just love, like, how doom and gloom it can get here. I don't love that, but it gets quite doom and gloom, and I just feel like white brings it out. I don't tend to wear white in the summer. Like, I've got white jeans on today. I'm not that flexible. Literally, I can even lift my leg up, but you'll see later. I don't tend to wear them in the summer. I don't tend to wear too many white summer dresses. I love wearing black mini dresses and lots of black with a tan and beach waves. I like this kind of look as opposed to a more obvious choice maybe. Like, I know there's plenty of people that wear black in summer, of course. That's probably half the world. That's just my preference. And then I like using the more summery colours in the winter. It's just what I like. So, and also got a really good tip for how to shop online and find unique things, so I hope you don't forget that. So, what should we start with? I think I'm going to start with this because it is my favourite thing in the whole entire haul. This is my new coat from Alberta Ferretti. I have a couple of blouses and jumpers from this brand, but it's not a brand that I was looking at recently. I'm just going to tell you my top tip and how I found this because it's something I swear by and I don't want to forget it. So I was in two minds. I've got more than enough coats, but I think we've all established I'm a coat whore, I'm a jacket whore. It just happened. I just love jackets and I love coats. I just love the way that you can wear, like, this is like a really scruffy jacket, jumper. I love just wearing a plain tee, and for me, I love just a good quality tee with an amazing jacket, whether it be blazer, tailored blazer, to a vintage tassel Dolly Parton kind of looking jacket, or a coat like this. It's just my thing. I love it, and I know so many of you think that as well. So I love the Max Mara teddy coat. I still love it 100%. I recommend it immensely. I bought my first one 3 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? I can't remember. You probably know more than me. I've had two more since then, so I have 3 in total. They're so comfortable. They're so warm and practical. I just love them. And I do have a dupe. I have 2 dupe versions of them. I have a pink one that, I wouldn't wear as much, cost per wear for a lot of, the Max Mara price. I'm all for them. I really, really am. I have nothing against them. Like I say, I have 2. They're amazing. You can tell the difference. I just got a bit sick of seeing it all the time, to the point of spending another 1,800 or however much they are. I just wasn't quite there, but I kept going back to the white Max Mara teddy coat and I loved it, I loved it, I loved it. But every time I went to click buy it, something stopped me. But then I really wanted a white fluffy coat and I was in two minds. So my top tip for shopping and how I normally find unique, great things is I'll go into the search bar and I will type in this case, shearling. So everything up on that website will come up that has shearling, and I found things brands that I wouldn't normally look at. So I probably wouldn't, there's 90% chance I wouldn't have looked at Alberta Ferretti. It is a brand that I look in now and again, but I wouldn't have found this if I hadn't have typed in shearling. And it popped up and I was blown away. It was everything that I wanted. It was longer than the short Max Mara. No, actually, it's just like, it's perfect. It's like really boxy, and I think it is slightly shorter than that short Max Mara one, and it's more boxy. And it was everything that the Max Mara wasn't, but it had that fluffiness. I love how, like, hard and structured this is. It feels like completely different shearling to the other one, and it has this amazing white leather kind of geometric pattern going through it. Like, it's just so amazing. This, I love how oversized the arms are. I love this oversized buckle. I love the double-breasted. It's a shame that they didn't make it reversible like my slim one, because the leather and the detail that's gone into the inside of this coat is just phenomenal. And if they had left it with a shearling collar and white inside, it would have been amazing. And for the price, because it's very pricey, I really think that they should have did that. They only had to like just do something with that pocket and then take the label off, but I still love it. Great news for this coat as well is that it comes in a really cropped version, and I was so close to buying that one instead. The only reason why I didn't buy it is I have an acne one that's pretty much identical. It's beige. I'll put up a picture here. I've had that about 3 years and I adore that. I love it so much. So that's the only reason why I went for this one. And also just practicality wise, this is very warm. For the price, I was expecting big things. I loved it in the picture, but most of all on the runway. It looked amazing on the runway. When it came, I've literally spent 6 minutes talking about this coat, but I think you can tell how much I love it. When it came, I was blown away. I was like, okay, well, that's why it's that much money. And I've already worn this, and it was just an absolute dream to wear. It wasn't too heavy. I just think it's so unique, but still has that teddy vibe. You haven't got anything on the high street that's like this. And again, I'm more than happy for dupes. I buy them myself. I'm recommending them all the time. But what I'm just saying is, when you are spending this much money, I do not want to go and see a dupe. I will go and buy a dupe, that's fine. But when I am spending the money, I don't want to make myself feel sick, riddled with anxiety, because I could have bought this for £100. So yeah, it's just kind of a winner really. It's very unique if you're looking for something unique. And I'm just totally in love with it. And whatever I wear this winter, I don't really need to think about it, because that's just going to look phenomenal. I wore it with black jeans. I'll put up a picture here or maybe a video or something so you can see, but I just loved it. This was bought from Louise V. Aroma. So yeah, when you do that trick, I literally just tacked that on the top of Louise V. Aroma, and also because it was so expensive, I knew I was going to get a lot of points back, and then with all the other things I ordered, I had enough to claim for a £500 voucher. So whenever you're buying something super duper expensive, well, anything really, because it all adds up, this is why I do recommend Louise V. Aroma, because even I get a gift in from there, but I'll spend my own money there and I don't get a discount. But that point system is just everything. And keep an eye out on my Insta stories, because I'm constantly sharing discount codes. I actually got 20% off this because I used a random discount code they had on their website. So I will always share them with you on my Insta stories. Yeah, so another example why this shopping tip will work, I've just done that with my hair, is say I use the Bottega Veneta clutch. Amazing, love it. And you want that, but if you're like me and kind of you've seen it a bit too many times, or maybe it's too expensive, you could type in clutch or oversized clutch or large clutch, and all these other clutch bags will come, because that trend, like, yes, either everyone's going to follow or all the brands are doing it as well. So you might find another oversized clutch that has that vibe and that trend and makes you on trend and feeling fresh and new, which is what you want, but it's slightly different to everyone else. Like this, you might want the Max Mara coat, but you're a bit sick of seeing everyone in it, or you've already got a dupe, or you can go and buy it for a dupe for £100. So you just type in shearling, and then you'll come and find other things like this. It will introduce you to other brands. It will introduce you to things that no one else is wearing, but you're still on trend. I do it all the time. Even when I'm on ASOS, I'll type in flamingos and see what thing, you know, they might have a nice shirt or something with flamingos on. So that's a top tip for online shopping, because it can all get a bit overwhelming. I'll stick with Louise V. Aroma. White knitwear is kind of a thing for me. I love white knitwear because you can really see the detail. I love wearing black coats. I have a black Max Mara teddy coat. I have beautiful black knitwear, and they're very practical, nice in real life, but they don't photograph as well, which, don't hear me out, even for like your everyday person who's not like a blogger taking pictures, obviously it is important for me, but I just appreciate imagery. And even if you are just taking a picture, I just feel like it can just look like a blob, you know, you can't see all the detail. So I just appreciate that if I'm paying so much for a beautiful knitwear, if you was to buy this in black, it would look stunning in real life, but even in real life it's hard to see the detail, which is why I love light coloured knitwear, and I just have a soft spot for white knitwear. This jumper actually comes in a biscuit colour, which I really love. I love it just as equally. but overall, for how much this is, the white will be easier to wear. Like, it will go with everything. It's a slightly off-white. So I do equally love that biscuit one. It is amazing, and I'll link that below so you can see it. But white is just very easy to layer, and I love white knitwear. So there are many dupes of this in the high street. I will even link one below for you because I have it myself. It's great. It's absolutely great. There's actually two, one that I don't have and one that I do have. I'll link them both for you. I'll give size references as well to all of them, including this, because the sizes are totally off with all of them, and you need to know the sizing for the dupe and for this. So I bought the dupe first because this is very expensive, and this is just a personal thing for me. Every time I buy the dupe, I just want the real thing. I did it with Stuart Weitzman with the boots. I must have spent a good £600 on dupe boots before I bought the Stuart Weitzman ones. And when they're classic, you think, oh, I can go and get it, but you just can't. Just go and get the real thing. But for me, I'm glad I got the dupe of this as well, because whenever I'm doing something like running around with a coffee, I don't need to worry if it spills a bit, because it's not the end of the world. Whereas this, it's also not the end of the world, but it will be a bit hard to stomach. Did I tell you that this is a Spelman one? You probably know already. So yeah, after having that one, I just still anchored for this one, and it is just made so well. The other one, of course, doesn't feel nowhere near as nice, nowhere near as heavy, and I'm sure most of you wouldn't mind that, but for someone that is like up here, obsession with knitwear, and understands, not in a patronising way, because it's not about understanding, it's just difference of interest. I'm just really interested in the making and manufacturing and the composition of the wool. It's just a big deal for me because I'm interested in it. So you may not know or care because you're not into it. So that was lacking for me, and also I have very sensitive skin with my eczema and everything, and wearing this on bare skin feels a lot nicer, whereas the other one doesn't. Another top tip for wearing expensive knitwear, or anything expensive, wear something underneath. So I explained this in my Chanel ready to wear video that I've literally just filmed, so I'm not sure that's out now or after. But don't be tempted just to throw something over on bare skin. When I said bare skin earlier, I meant around here and on the arms. In the long run, your expensive ready-to-wear and your expensive knitwear will last longer if you wear something underneath. Just a thing, it could be a vest, it could be a slip, it could be a very thin t-shirt. You don't have to wash it as much, because you can get away with wearing this a few times because they are so chunky. You can get away with wearing this a few times before dry cleaning it if you wear a clean t-shirt underneath, as opposed to just putting it on your bare skin. You're going to have to dry clean it immediately or wash it, however you want to do it. Yes, that's a tip. I always wear t-shirts, and plus you'll regret it if you go out and you get so hot and you can't take it off. So yeah, that's that. It's just a very statement knitwear. I spent a lot of time deciding whether to buy this or not because it is so expensive, but I normally do treat myself to one wow piece of knitwear. Last year I bought the philosophy jumper. Oh, it's so amazing. I'll try and find it for you and I'll link it below. If not, I'll link it to the picture on my Instagram. So I do normally buy one a year like that, and that's my one this year. Another piece from Louise V. Aroma, and I kind of made a bit of a mistake with the sizing, and it's no big deal because I can swap it, but I'm just a bit lazy, unorganised like that. This is an Isabel Marant blazer, but it's like a coat blazer. Is it called like... My mind's gone. There's a word for blazer and coat mixed together, but anyway, this is one of those things. It also comes in navy, and it also comes in the coat version. I'll make sure I link them all below. I went for one size up, a size 40. Yeah, it was size 40 when normally I'm a 38, and I went for that size because I love an oversized blazer. However, because this is half coat, half jacket, it was already oversized, and I didn't know that. I did try to try it on before, but no one had it. Literally, I only could find this on Louise V. Aroma. Nowhere else had it. And I always find that with Louise V. Aroma, they always tend to have things that no one else does. And I love their pre-order option as well, by the way. And also, by the way, this is not a sponsored video by Louise V. Aroma. I just love their shipping and love their point system. That's the jacket. Yeah, so if I'd known that, I would have gone for the 38 and it still would have been oversized because it's already meant to be, you could literally wear a blazer underneath this. With that said, I could have sent it back and I don't mind it being oversized. So when you see me trying this on, it is very big, but I do kind of like it. I could wear a huge hoodie under this. I could even wear it over this. So I don't mind so much, and it's just a personal preference and I quite like it. And like I said, it comes in navy and I think it's great for the weather now because then you can wear it as opposed to wearing a coat until it gets really cold. And then this looks great with like white jogging bottoms, white cashmere. It's great for traveling because it's smart, it's not a coat. I just think that that coat in between blazer is a must have for transitional styling, practicality. I just recommend a coat to jacket, and that's a very, very nice one. That's it with the Louise Aroma. This is this year's Love Shack Fancy jumper for me. This is from Oxygen Boutique, where I buy a lot of my Love Shack Fancy because they have a great buy, always have things first. If they just always have what I want, and they always have something I haven't seen before. So last year I had a very similar one to this. I will link, I'll put up a picture here to last year's one. Also a size small, they're both size small. And I also had the grey one with the buttons. I just love these jumpers. They just like remind me of like jumpers I used to have in the 80s. I love them. I love all the rose button. My other cardigan has that exact button. And they're just really cute, sweet jumpers. And I love how it looks quite summery, but also obviously it's a winter thing, so I really like that. Yeah. And then that takes me on to this, which is also Love Shack Fancy, also from Oxygen Boutique, and I would never have found this anywhere else. Nowhere else had this. I completely fell in love with it there. I am such a lover of nice tops. I said this loads and loads of times, always like worry that I'm repeating myself and it's boring for you, but you know when you want that jeans and a nice top, every time I go to do that outfit, I don't have a nice top. So every time I see a nice top, I get it and I put it away because I'm always going to use it. Same goes with a dress. You see a nice dress, you buy it, you put it away. Don't worry if it's out of fashion or in trend. We shouldn't care about that. I definitely don't. This is way more beautiful in real life. I actually thought that this was more of a kind of cotton canvas fabric, but actually it's not. It's more of a silky. Let's have a look. I love all the buttons down here as well. Look how beautiful that is, and this would look beautiful worn back to front, open like that. I think that would look really, really nice. And then obviously that is the front with a high neck, but I love it that you can wear them two ways. I'm gonna have a look at the fabric for you because it feels very luxe. Oh, it's 100% silk and 100% cotton lace. How beautiful. So yeah, I love how summery this is. You could definitely wear this in the summer, especially English summer. You might feel a bit with a high neck, but then again you could wear it like this. So I love how this is like an all year round piece, especially for living in England. This is so perfect for my holiday tomorrow. I think that I would wear it unbuttoned with denim shorts for the day, and then in the evening I'd wear it buttoned up with some leather trousers or some like black flares or something. So although it's quite Love Shack Fancy can be quite pricey, I love how you can just get so many wears out of this, and it's so beautiful in real life. I really, really love that. That's so nice with that as well. Like underneath, I just love all the creams and the kind of floral patterns for winter. Oh yeah, let's talk about this. This is an H&M Pringle hoodie. Now I don't know about you, but I really didn't see much about this H&M. It literally just appeared one day. I think I was walking past one of the stores and I saw this in the window and I was like, when did that happen? I like Pringle, I'm a fan of Pringle. Couldn't go in the store, went home, went to order it, was sold out. My friend who works opposite an H&M actually bought me this, so I kind of bought it not knowing how it was going to be. But I really like it. It feels really nice. I love how oversized it is. They had the matching trousers, but I couldn't get a hold of them and I didn't really look that much, but I just loved how oversized it was and loved the hoodie. The price was really reasonable. I think it's still here. I think it was £35 I paid. Yeah, $34.99. I bought a small because it's so oversized when normally I buy medium. So they still have them online now. I think they've gone back online and there's a whole range, so definitely check that out. They have like knitted out, like 2 pieces with skirts and trousers. This jumper, I'm actually wearing it at the moment. This is from Topshop and it looks like your dad's sweatshirt. Again, like something, it's very 90s and I love that. And it's a bit cropped, but not too cropped. I went for a large to ensure that it wasn't cropped. But they're just so comfy. And because it squares out at the back, it's quite flattering. It makes your legs, gives the illusion that you're actually smaller on the bottom. And I just really liked it. So I love layering all these like creams and beiges. That's my kind of thing for winter. I love it. Nearly there at the end. I'll talk about accessories afterwards. You've already seen these before. These are my Max Mara trousers. Yes, you can wear these in summer, but these are a very heavyweight fabric and they are more of a winter thing. Again, living in England, you can probably get away with wearing this all year round. But for me, when I ordered these, I knew I wanted to wear them with chunky knits. Basically, that was it. Cropped chunky knits with a leather jacket. The blazer like this. Look really nice with a roll neck, which is not my thing. I always feel a bit restricted. I'm too messy, and roll necks are not very good if you're bigger busted. So yeah, I just love these whole cream and beige tones, and just layering and layering the same colour in different textures and different tones. And you can do that with all colours, but for me it looks the best with white because you can't really go wrong with layering and layering beige tones. I did put up an Insta story, or no, it was a vlog, it's already up actually, and I'm wearing the dupe of this jumper with a knitted skirt, and I think they were going for the biscuity colour in that, and probably needed to get, you know there needs to be 7 differences in order to classify as a dupe and not a fake, like a pure copycat. So they changed the colour of the wall to like an orangey yellowy beige, which is not my favourite. It's not flattering on many people. And then the skirt was like a tan knit, and the 2 colours did not complement each other the best. So what I did, I broke it out with the white shirt in the middle. So if you're finding that the colours don't, maybe you want to wear different tones of pink and they're clashing a bit too much, you can just break it up with a bit of white or grey or something like that. But if you're going to practice with that, white's definitely the best. If you're scared of wearing a white coat for the winter, don't be, because I am very messy, and yes, you have to be certain, you have to be a little bit more careful, but you know, they're more like, you can wipe it down. Like, I've done it before. I spilled a whole cappuccino down my beige Max Mara one, and I literally, because the quality's so good, I just wiped it with a damp cloth, and then I hair dried it, and it went all fluffy again. It's not the end of the world. We can't all live in black. White jeans. The best white jeans I've ever found are the Topshop ones. They do so many different jeans, so I'll make sure I link the exact ones. I love the thickness of the denim. They're not transparent. The fit is amazing, and I love wearing white and red in the winter, and I love wearing, as I said, white and white. Now, accessories. I love a good pair of white boots in the winter. Again, don't be scared of that, especially something like this where they're completely wipeable. Not painting, but they're wipeable. And who cares if you get them a bit messy? You can just get that white shoe paint kit thing. These are Isabel Marant. They're very flattering because they have the scalloped frontage. They are not too high. I'm definitely taking these to LA with me. And I just think it brightens it up. Really nice for that autumnal kind of transitional where you can still wear bare legs and this, and then when you're going into the winter, I still love denim in white boots. Beige denim in white boots is my favourite. You just have to make sure you get the shape of the boot right, and all the fine details right, but I'm a fan of that, and I love these. My last accessory that I'm going to show you, which I love for winter and is white, is my Hermes CDC. I love wearing this in the winter, just paired with the chunky knits. I just think that white leather accessories are really nice like that. So yeah, I think that is it. I don't want to keep you here too long. I basically just wanted to show you everything here that's new, bar that. You've also seen that as well. I wanted to show you some new pieces, tell you about my favourite winter colour, and hopefully it inspired you to bring in something. You might have a really nice summery blouse that you love, there's nothing wrong in wearing that in the winter. I don't ever understand why people, I do understand it, but when they're like, oh, packing up my summer wardrobe, one, I just don't have the energy to do that. But two, I like wearing some of my summer bits. I actually did a whole video on styling all my summer dresses and wearing them for winter, like all the tricks with the tights and the layering. And it's very old, but I still think everything is kind of relevant, and I'm going to link that below because I think it goes really nicely with this video. So that's the end of this one. These are my two favourite pieces, but I do love that, so definitely check out Oxygen Boutique for all their Love Shack fancy bits. They have a great Nanushka section, and Alice McCall, and also Alexa Chan, they also do beauty, so it's definitely a website that I'm a fan of. That's the end of the video. I hope you would subscribe to my channel. I hope that you would also follow me on Instagram so you can see me wearing all of these bits. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.